Hi everyone, I'm Unnati Mishra and in this video we have Akshat Khanna with us. He has cracked many companies like VMWARE, PayU Payments and RedHat. So in this video we'll discuss about his interview experiences. So Akshat, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Akshat, and currently I'm in the final year pursuing my BTech in computer science from SRM University, Chennai. And I have cracked offer from VMware as a MTS intern, and previously I have worked with PayU as SD intern, and I also got offers from multiple companies like Red Hat and Trail, etc. So this was a brief intro, and now let's move to the interview experiences.
Yeah, that was awesome. So firstly we'll discuss about your interview experience at PayU Payments. So please brief about that.
Yeah, so the position came to the portal and the link was circulated on LinkedIn. So I found a post and applied through that. And then luckily
So
my
you
resume
saw the
got,
post on LinkedIn
yeah,
for the
exactly.
opening.
And then,
Okay.
yeah, I was lucky my resume got selected and I got the link for the online test round.
So do you know what was there in the online test? Do you remember it now?
Yeah, like the test was like organized on HackerEarth, and it had like 9 MCQs and 2 coding questions, which were to be done in 75 minutes. So 1 hour 15 minutes were given, and in I was able to solve 9 MCQs. They were like pretty simple, related to general programming and stuff, and
Like the
also like
theory
two.
concepts also, DBMS,
Yes.
OOPS.
Yeah, and like 2 coding questions, I was able to solve one and like partial the second one, partial test cases. So I was able to solve MCQs and 1 coding
So
question
what
fully.
was the
And
level of
yeah,
the coding question?
yeah, I would say it was medium to hard lead code. And if you have done medium questions in lead code, then I think you can solve that.
So do you remember the type of questions, like what category it comes under, like arrays, dynamic programming?
Yeah, they were with strings and arrays, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so after how many days you got the mail for the interview?
Yeah, like it took around like 1 week. After 1 week, I received the invite from. I got a call from HR, and I got an invite for the technical discussion. There was only one technical discussion, and followed by a HR round.
For how
So
much time the first interview was there?
okay, so like first interview was for about 1 hour, and it was taken by a senior software engineer at PayU. He was very experienced, and like I can see his experience from his like the way he had interaction with me. So like he first the interview started like he asked me few of the question, like he asked me which is your favorite core theory subject. So I told him OOFs, because like I am too much into development, so like OOFs concept are pretty strong with me.
Hmm.
So we started with OOFs. He asked me some of the basic concepts, and then we moved to OS, then followed by DBMS and computer network. So all the questions were basics, and like there was nothing difficult. And like if you were not able to answer few of the question, like he skipped those, and like he was also helping me out. So yeah, that was good.
So he
And
asked the queries and all that, DBMS
yeah,
queries.
he asked very simple queries like to yeah, like just select statement, nested queries, some topics like that. So like it was easy, I
So it
guess.
was a role of intern, right? Not a full-time employee.
Yeah, it was a role of SD intern. Yes.
Okay. Then what happened? Like in this interview, only theory part was asked.
Yeah, theory wise, then yeah, then followed by a very easy DSA question related to array. Like it was very simple, not that difficult as it was there in online assessment test. It was an easy one, and then he also asked me a puzzle, and I was able to solve that. The puzzle was quite simple. You can refer Geeks for Geeks puzzle section, and you can practice them. That was very easy, and
So in
like
the
he in the
coding
end.
part, you wrote the code or just the pseudo code?
Yeah, like he asked me to share the screen, so I just wrote the pseudocode of that function, and I
In the
think
code
that was
editor
enough.
or
No,
docs
it was
prepare?
there on Notepad docs.
Notepad.
So yeah, it like he asked me to share my screen, and then he shared a link of that Notepad, and I was asked to code there. And like in the end, after all these things, like he asked me which programming languages I knew and like frameworks that I have worked on. because after all, like because they follow some of the latest frameworks, so they asked me few questions related to that. And like in the end, yeah, he gave me time to ask questions, and the interview ended there.
So what advice do you want to give for the coding part that you wrote?
Like for interview at PayU, like they won't ask difficult DSA questions. Focus on easy questions related to like array, strings, trees. Easy questions are enough, and have a good hold on core subject, core theory subject. I would recommend this, and like just have a good conversation with them, and you will be able
So
to
you
crack
have to
the interview.
explain the whole code, the brute force approach also, the optimized approach, the time complexity, everything.
No, like I just proposed the solution and the time complexity of the optimal solution, and he was satisfied.
Okay, so this was all about round 1. Then
Yeah.
about round 2?
Then luckily, one day I got a call from HR that they are moving ahead with my application, and now they want to organize a HR discussion. So I got the link to join HR discussion after a few hours, and
On the same day?
yeah, on the same day I got that, and also they just informed few things that like are you available for 6 months, and do you accept the offer, and will you be able to give your time for this internship along with your college. They asked all these questions, and like it was pretty much it, and after a few days I received my offer letter.
That's great, Akshat. So this was all about PayU interview experience.
PayU, and also like after working for like 9 months at PayU, I first 6 months, then I got an extension due to my performance, and after that I got a PPO from PayU as well. So I also have a PPO from PayU.
That's awesome. So let's move to the RedHat interview experience. So total, how many rounds were there in RedHat?
Yeah, so in RedHat, like there was online assessment test followed by 2 rounds of interview. First was the pure technical round. Second was managerial plus technical round.
So you applied through the online portal?
Yeah, I applied through like LinkedIn itself. I got a link from LinkedIn, and I directly went to the portal and applied through their career website.
So in the online test, how many questions were there?
In online test, there were like it was of 1 hour and 3 coding questions along with 2 MCQs. So 2 MCQs were like pretty easy. They were like quite straightforward, and it was organized on like HackerRank. And in that the same, I was able to solve 2 coding questions and MCQs, and 1 coding question was difficult related to graph, so I was not able to do that. And then I had my first interview. Technical interview.
So after how many days you got the mail for the interview round?
Yeah, like it took, I think it took like around 1 month, more than 1 month to,
okay.
Yeah. Then I got a call from HR that he want to schedule my technical interview.
So it was purely a coding based round or the projects and theory?
No. No. So like the interview started, he was like a software engineer at RedHat. He was not like he was somewhere from foreign, I don't remember, but like he was from SRE team, the site reliability engineering team of OpenShift. So he was very impressed with my resume and asked few of the questions related to that. He also asked me the project that I did at PayU, what were the tech stack that I used, the problem that I faced, how did I overcome that. So like all those questions were asked. And like he was from SRE team, so he was very much interested in my project that I did at PayU that was related to observability and monitoring.
So it comes under
PayU
SRE
systems. Yeah, it comes under SRE, site reliability engineering. And like the tools that I used at PayU like were Prometheus and Grafana. They are like used for monitoring and observability. So like he was very much interested in that project, and he was like impressed with my resume as well and my experience. So I got a hint that yeah, he's very much impressed overall. So yeah, then
so he mostly asked about your projects.
Yeah. There was no DSA question asked, nothing like that. Only like pure focus on my technical skills and my projects, and also my internship.
Your tech stack and all that.
Yeah.
Then you got a mail for the second round.
Yeah, then after a few days, like there was too much delay, so I pinged HR, and then he told, yeah, you are selected, and then I got my managerial plus technical round scheduled. So in the second technical round, he was engineering manager of SRE team at OpenShift at RedHat. OpenShift is like Kubernetes for like the Kubernetes that Red Hat developed. So it is something like that. So again, it was in the same way. He also asked me question related to monitoring observability, the project that I did at
So
PayU.
your role was an intern or SRE intern?
It was a role of SDE intern.
SD intern, okay.
Yeah, it was something like development plus DevOps
Okay.
in cloud technologies like OpenShift, Kubernetes, etc. So again, like he was also very impressed with my resume, and he asked me many managerial questions as well, like why I wanted to join Red Hat, what are my expectations from this internship, and like why, like by when I can start, and all those managerial related questions also he asked. Then in the end, he gave me time to ask questions. So I asked a few of the questions like what are my roles, responsibilities, and
So
which
no
type of
coding
project.
questions in this round also?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
purely like managerial. I would say it was more a managerial round plus like few of the technical skills as well. He asked. So then the outcome was I got selected for SD intern role there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's jump onto the VMware interview experience. So total, how many interviews were there in VMware?
In VMware, there were around like 2 technical questions followed by a managerial discussion.
Okay, 2 technical round and 1 HR round.
Yeah.
So
No, managerial round, then HR round. 4 rounds in total.
Okay. So, like, tell us about the first round.
Yeah. So first discussion was like it was related
Like, all of these interviews were off campus, right?
Yeah. All of these were off campus, whether it be PayU, Red Hat, or VMware. All these 3 were off campus. And in VMware, I would start like in first technical round, it was a coding interview. The like it was she was a MTS3 at VMware Tanzu team, and she came and like first she introduced herself, and then I introduced myself, and followed by she shared the screen. Sorry, I shared the screen, and then she asked me a lead code medium question related to array. Like later I found that question was asked in Google online assessment once.
Okay.
So it was a medium lead code array question, I would say, or I would say binary search was the solution
You
for
wrote
that.
the whole code or the pseudocode?
Yeah, so starting like I first gave the brute force approach, and then followed by the time complexity. She said like the time complexity is locked, so can you please optimize that? So I optimized that. She helped me out as well, like when I was stuck. So I proposed the binary search approach that was like having complexity of n log n. So like I was able to optimize that.
So you wrote that in a Google Doc or code editor?
No, it was like a HackerRank interview board that was shared
their
with
platform.
me. Yeah, it was their HackerRank
So the link
platform.
was sent in the mail itself.
Yes. So yeah, I like she just pasted the question and I gave her the optimized solution. Then along with the time complexity, she asked me to code it on that rank. So I just have to write the function only.
Okay.
Yeah, that was enough. So
In
she
the first
also
round,
like
only coding part.
yeah, and also she asked about my open source contributions. I have contributed to many open source projects, so she was also interested in that. So yeah, she asked many questions related to that as well. So it was about some few questions from my projects, few questions from open source, what I contributed, what were the projects, and all those things.
So how did you apply?
I applied through LinkedIn.
Okay.
Same. Yeah, off campus, for getting off campus opportunities, like LinkedIn is the best platform to apply for.
Then how many days you got? After how many days you got the mail for round 2?
It took around 1 week,
1 week.
And then I got the call from HR for technical interview 2, and like it was taken by a senior MTS. First, like he started, he was like a very calm and good person. He helped me out, at many places where I was stuck in questions. Like here, like they did not ask any coding questions. It was like first when he came, he saw my resume. He was really impressed with the work that I did, and also like he strongly tested me on the cloud technologies like Docker, Kubernetes, and container technologies. So he started like he asked me many questions related to Docker, like Docker commands, and starting from basic to like writing own Docker file. So it was like from basic to he strongly tested me on all these technologies. Then followed my projects and internships. So he asked me various questions from my internship project. Like after that, he began asking questions from Kubernetes and starting from the basics and kubectl commands and all those things he asked. So he strongly tested me on cloud technologies purely. Like
so
then
no
followed by
theory questions on OOPS, DBMS, networking.
No, nothing like that. Like it was pure on their requirement basis. They required a person from cloud technology, so they asked all these things strongly. So after this, like he gave me time to ask a few questions. So I asked few questions about the roles and responsibilities. Then the interview was over. It went well. So round 3 was managerial. So I got a call from HR again, and it was a manager round. So the senior engineering manager of Tanzu Kubernetes Grid Edge team took my interview. He was very like cool and calm person, and he was very experienced. And like he started explaining me the project. So I was happy about that. He started explaining me about the project.
So this confirmed that you are selected.
Yeah, I asked him like what is the team all about, what is the project, and then he also asked like few of the fun things like how was my college life at SRM and
so
how was the life in Chennai.
Interview.
Yeah, it was a pretty chill, and the manager was also like cool and awesome person. Like I enjoyed talking to him a lot, and like he wished me all the best. And then after that, there was
so
HR round.
This interview was less than 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was only about 20 minutes, I guess.
Okay.
Not more than that. So after that, I got a call from HR that they want to schedule HR discussion. So finally, they announced you are selected for 6 months internship plus full-time offer.
That's great.
So this was the whole journey for VMware, and currently I have started my internship at VMware.
Thank you, Akshat, for telling your interview experiences.
Thank you, everyone.